Coach,
It's going to be bad.
can you tell the audience what they're doing right now?
So what we're looking at is Marcelo Garcia just recently fought in the one championship doing a grappling match. And so he set up a position going from side control, kind of like a north-south control, and created a lot of pressure. So earlier today we were looking at how to set this up, kind of how Marcelo finished it. But again, Marcelo can do things a lot of people can't do. So we were finding a lot of gaps. So we were trying to figure out how did he close the gaps, but then we were also taking it our own way and seeing what we can set up. So we're going to allow it here to the bigger class to kind of say, all right, let's get the setup, let's get this smash, let's get this crush, let's get these nasty subs. What else can we find? And just make it worse and worse and worse.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Coach.
Absolutely.
So this is what we're watching then, guys. You get to watch them make it real nasty. Hey, Raz, thanks for joining. Hey, South Texas. Hey, Thomas, thanks for joining. Josh, good to see ya. Hey, Mike, thanks for stopping in. Hey, South Texas. Christy, what's going on? Thanks for dropping in. So let's get these guys in action. We got Coach Adam here. Hey, Steve, thanks for joining us. Hi, Dusty. Hi, Liz. Thanks for stopping in. Make sure I'm out of the guy's way, you guys. Hey, Marty, thanks for joining us. Hey, Daryl, thanks for stopping in. Big Al, what's going on? Hey, Cool Arab. Miller, what's going on? Thanks for joining us. Karaoke Bad Girl, that's my friend. Joanna, thanks for joining us. David, thanks for stopping in. I'm gonna go right over here and let you guys get the full view of the tribe. Alan, thanks for joining. Hey, Fred, thanks for coming in. Giorgio, good to see you. Ron, thanks for stopping in. Ralph, thanks for watching, you guys. I really appreciate this. Hey, Darcy, what's going on? Zeta, good to see you. Tagreed, thanks for joining us. Hey, Booger, what's going on? So as you guys can see, Muay Thai is still going on. We got our MMA fighters over here training. And then we got Rocket City Revolution Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu going on right now. Oh, here we go. We got a lesson. Hey, Karen, thanks for joining us. Gary, thanks for stopping in. Hey, No. Hey, Malid, thanks for stopping in. Another Gary Brandon. Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping in.
We're going to go through the setup again, a few extra little details from the setup, like I said, that we worked on this morning, and then we're going to see what do we do with this near side arm.
Hey, Big
So
Al.
again,
Hey, Floppy.
I'm here, I'm controlling, right? Boom, side control. When I get side control, we usually have this knee up, right? I want it to stay there.
Hey, man.
I have this. My hand comes under, boom. As I pull him up and I connect here, when I push him back, I'm going to put my knee right here by his ear. Okay? Even if you can almost lift him up and get it right there, elbow to knee, how's that feeling? What are you going to do with that arm? This one? Nope, the near side arm that I've got trapped. Nothing. Okay. One of the other things that you found, Caleb, was that if I have my body down here, yep, I'm off balance. This is one of these where I don't care about his hip. I want everything here and here completely controlled and miserable. I don't care what his legs do, right? So this is going to be my positioning. Once I get back where I want to go, I'm not worried about trying to get here or sit here or really sit here. I'm almost thinking like my normal side control that I'm here. This is where I want to be. The only difference is now I'm gripping behind his back. So another way to think about this grip, right? This is one I just showed Nate. Go ahead and go to turtle. How many times, how many of you have done this grip? Here. Right?
Loads.
Setting up to like a necktie, Peruvian necktie stuff, right? Oh, Brendan, guess what? This is the exact same grip. The only difference is now he's on his back. Okay? So it's the same grip. Right? So what we did this morning was we came here, okay? I kind of sprawled, got my little bit, get my hand under here. When I came back, see how I opened him up? Just like a normal side control. Lift him up, collapse to his head, get my hands together. Go back. I need this knee here. This is my next spot of control. See how like right here, I'm kind of at 9 o'clock. I'm sticking out to the side. I want to kind of clock myself up to about 10 o'clock. About to 10, right here. Now, see how I got everything tucked? My elbows are in, my knee is right there. I'm way away from his legs. I still have this leg free to sprawl, to push. I just don't want to move this one by his ear. Okay? What Marcelo did from here was he actually was here and he just kind of his way up and went into a choke. You see where Bobby's arm is? For an inverted head arm triangle, stuff like that, and he keeps this straight, it's hard for me to get. So obviously Marcelo has that body control. He could dive in and collapse that. We kept missing it. So that's why I want my knee under there. Okay? Now I'm going to show you before I even go to a choke. You ready for some good shoulder pressure? All right? This is where we're going to start getting mean. All right? So we're here. Come in, get the hand. Come back up. See, I go to the armpit. Lift him up, collapse, get my grip. Now what I'm going to do from here is, see how I lift him up and I have this? I'm going to start going north-south, and now I'm going to just sprawl.
Hey, Sam. Hey, Burr.
And squeeze. How's that feeling? All right, go over one. Is that it? Okay. If I can keep this pinned here, and I go on his shoulder. Okay? So I want to use my hip to keep this pushed here. Okay? And you see I had to adjust a little bit. Basically what I'm doing is I have on his shoulder, I'm doing that. Okay? So he's trying to hold up my whole weight with this being pressed here. Okay? So it takes some manipulation. I said this isn't one that I don't have the time, but it goes into some other things that we're going to do. This will be our first pressure on the shoulder. So again, practice our setup. Boom, here. Lift him up, collapse, bam. Once I get here, I need this knee. See, I'm gonna walk him up. I'm way away from his legs, and I'm here. When I get ready, I'm going to just kind of sprawl on his shoulder. There. See that? See how I'm using my hip to drive right here into his tricep. But I need this as close as I can to this. Then I just turn and sprawl. There we go. Best case scenario, I'm popping his shoulder. Worst case, I'm using his own arm to push his jaw out of place. Yes?
Were your hands connected the whole time, or did you let me towards the
At
end?
one point I let go, right? Just because I know I've got the pressure. Now I want to keep him close. I'm not just letting him just go limp. I'm still hugging. But if I lose the grip, I'm not worried about it, right? Like I said, if I was doing this, say, probably to, Diego, I could easily keep that grip the whole time. But sometimes,
And they would look the same.
yes, it would look really bad. Well, actually, not to Diego, because he'd just be like, I live here, this is fine. Because that's what he does, right? So again, there were times that we noticed it was gone, but then it also opens us up too, right? Is that you'll see as we do some other subs, if I leave my hands completely connected the whole time, I can only do so much. I'm going to have to let go to set something else up. Okay? So again, one more time. Sorry, Bobby, come back. Okay. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. Go ahead and get your side control here first, right? Get that hand tucked, come back up. See, I want to keep my knee near his ear. Then when I come up here and I come under to connect, boom. See how his head's off the ground? It's almost on my thigh. It's almost on my knee. Look, elbow to knee. This is going to make it really hard for him to escape. Okay? I start to turn, and then I'm going to just sprawl right there. Okay? So dip my hip and sprawl all my hip pressure right there. And again, roll towards me. This is where my hands are.
Are you choking him or attacking his shoulder?
I'm trying to drive my hip right through here. I'm going for his shoulder right now. We're going to work on the choke, but right now, I just care about driving that shoulder. Dip. If he doesn't tap from this, then I go to my other move. But guess what? If I start going for something else, I may lose this opportunity to do this. Go for this quick one. Go for the quick little hip sprawl, drive into that shoulder. If it's not there, it's really easy to go to something else. Whereas if I skip this and go to something else, it may be hard to come back to. So again, this is one of these that you're there, dip into it. Cause some pain. See if they tap. If they don't, cool. I got more options. But this doesn't take much. It doesn't take you out of your position. It doesn't take much to get that little dip. And it's actually going to push that arm over even further so that when we do advance, it's even better. It's even tighter. Okay? Everybody think they got that one? Practice the setup. Again, I'm sitting about, body's at about 9. Just kind of go a little bit to about 10. And then once I'm there, I'm going to turn and just kind of sprawl and try to drive that. But I have to have that arm up first. If I don't have that knee behind the head and it's loose, not going to be good. So again, that idea is try to think almost behind their head. Almost think that your elbow and your knee is going to touch together behind their head. If you got that tight, piece of cake. Everybody good?
Sir.
All right, let's play around with it. 1, 2, 3.
All right, there we go. So coach just gave instructions, so now we'll go around and we'll show what everybody's doing. Hey user, thanks for joining us. Hey Sam, thanks for joining us. Let's see how nasty they make this, you guys. Alright, nice. If you're still watching, do me a favor and tap the screen. The more hearts we get, the more they share it. And we want to show off this class here in Madison.
Guy, a little tired?
These guys are exhausted over here after class. You gotta love it. The Muay Thai class takes it out of them. All right, here we go. So now they'll go through and they'll practice with their partner for about 5 minutes, and then 5 to 7 minutes, and then they switch out. Typically, they'll switch out partners, and then Coach John will add to the lesson.
Okay.
So I'm grabbing a hold of, I'm doing that supine stuff. So this time, and are you sitting through like a kind of a case to sit?
So, yes, that's it. So you can see you're not turning completely. It's just more like I'm dipping the hip and then kind of grinding it and getting that pressure across.
Gotcha. I'm changing the signal on the palms. I'm coming up. Let's see, this one's down
All
this
right,
way.
nice. There we go. Okay, I am going to
Yeah.
And like this.
So find a way to do it. Because like I said, if you watch
set you guys up, hook you up, let you watch the rest of the class.
karate lock, right? And then he comes around from the side. So his hand is actually all the way through here.
Yeah.
And so he's kind of grinding in that.
Sorry.
Well, for most of us,
We are not trying to look at the ceiling, y'all.
I could actually put my arm all the way across. He ain't going
Let me see how that looks. Let me know.
But you guys be right, here's the plan. So that's why we're like, well, how do we set this up to be a little bit so that we can still really collapse? Right. So again, it was, let's take Marcelo's frame and how do we make it work?
And also the other thing I was doing is when it comes to like encourage him to come towards me, getting this one around the shoulder real low. And then when I come back, I can grab it.
All right, there you go. So doing it in reverse.
In reverse,
I got you. Yep.
All right.
See, well, because see how this is over his arm? It's got to be over his trap. So go back, pull him up. Pull him up towards you. Nope. Roll him towards you. Yes. There. Now this arm, bring it over. There. Scoot up higher on that face. Yes. Boom. Okay, now bring like your knee to his ear. So don't come over to the top yet. Just to his ear. There you go. Now, start to kind of dig this hip into his arm. Yep, let's see how you're sprawling the other way. Yes. Now drive into his shoulder. Alright, so watch, let me jump in here. So once I get, I'm under here. Boom. When I pull him up, see how high up I am? If I'm down here, I can't do anything. I'm coming up and over like this, right? See how my hands are pretty much almost together, my fingers are touching. See how that tight that feels, Nate? Right? See, look at how tight I am by your head. Okay? See how my arm is right against his head. Then I do this. See how I bring that in? Now watch. I go to here, I drive with my hip, and now I sprawl.
Let's just say I would fuck to the choke.
See, now he moved his arm. So I can come back and I can get this tighter. Right? Boom. Tighter. Yeah, there it is. See how I'm kind of driving his arm into his face?
Can we get this side?
So I need all of this tight. If I'm way down here, there's no way that's tight. I'm kind of right here.
Still, I want to do it. This would be my natural movement.
So I can do this. I can be like, let me try. Oh, it's not there. Cool. Let me come back. Right? And I can go to here. And how are you feeling, Nate? Does that feel tight? Oh, yeah. You feel like, yeah, tight. You can't breathe.
Nice. Now that one
You're kind of smothering. There's a lot of pressure here.
My shoulder is way up here.
So really, before I even think about something, I want here and everything tight. Exactly. But that's where I need to go. If I'm low here, there's no way I can get up. So when I got down,
That was a good one.
and more thinking that when I do drop this hand over, I don't want to be over his arm. I like go ahead drop here. Because see, look, if I'm here,
Which gives me the false sense
yes.
of
Because if I'm here, look, see, I can only reach so far. As soon as I drop here, look, I can go right down his back.
smear me back out.
And then look, see how I can raise his head up? And I can start kind of stepping in here.
That was different.
Worst case scenario, he leaves that on flat. Go ahead and leave that on flat.
That was good.
One right there. Then I can really start kind of working back to this arm. But stay high and tight. Did you break it, Austin?
No, I'm struggling a little bit.
All right, let's see. Let's see.
I think it's the last bit.
So if you're getting this well, look around you. How about some people that are maybe struggling? Okay? So when we get this, the rolling towards you. Let this one go all the way down. You want this part of your arm on his chin. Right there. Yes, Austin. Okay. Use this knee, push this arm up. Right there. Now can you try to lift him up a little bit? Almost think about your knee coming underneath his head.
That's a cool one.
It's hard. Your position, you just see him. Right. There. Touch your knee to your elbow. There. Now, hold that position. Chris, how do you feel? Now, I want you to drive his hip right on the back of his arm. Right at his shoulder. Drive, sprawl. There it is. So basically what you were doing was this whole area needs to be so I'm here like this. I don't ever think of here as tight as possible. So you were just allowing, you had the right idea, so you were just allowing way too much on your arm, but you got it. How are you doing?
Yeah, never. I don't know. I just never said it.
Just make your head feel completely like a watermelon, so I'm just going to smush it. And then all of a sudden, just comes spewing out like
Work it from there.
where it's like one of those gladiator films where it's just going to freaking just come right out. It's like it's just a giant splatter when it really should just look like itself.
Yeah, but I would try to get this arm out. And I may get it out. But I'm not sure it matters.
It reminds me so much of the movie. It's like that reminds you that will warn you about the
Do you have a punch right there?
Yeah, I think so. Right.
They actually cut off his hand. The guy's like, that will warn you about the consequences.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I think you want to keep the arm.
And I wonder too, let's try this. Because I'm pretty good at getting a frame. Let's go ahead and let's set it up again. I'm going to keep this frame on your head. I'm not sure it's going to matter. I think you're going to be able to break it. That's what I suspect. So we're here, and I'm like, I get this in. Okay, keep on going. Boom, yep.
Maybe like there.
Yep. I think I know what's going to happen. Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen. You're good. Keep going. Yep, that right there. It breaks the frame. It just nothing I can do. The frame all of a sudden it's irrelevant.
Right.
You know, I've got it in there. I'm on the hip. I'm it's good. And then it's just like, oh, well, this
It
sucks.
helps to get in there more. That's how you're about. That's like the frame.
I guess, but I don't know how I would ever be able to do it. If I had this in here, maybe I'm trying to ghost.
Oh, my hips in there. Right.
I don't know how I'd even do that.
Let's see. You do get it. So if you were to go do that, sneak it through.
Felt like my arm was just snapping off.
And now we're broken case up.
Right.
And I think you could. Yep. Come on back. Hold on backwards. Finish it up. Yeah. It's got very good.
Hands if you. You gotta keep going. Go, learn.
Full blown choke. And I can't, the way that angles are, is I was standing there, it's like maybe a whole lot, like, central elbow. Maybe there's a whole. There's not. There's one there.
Yeah, and if there is, there's a good case.
Go in case and reset.
That's a big one.
And even though I know better, it's just
Don't ever release on the pressure near the top.
chest against the ground. And if I get a little bit of an angle and get back to my shoulders, it's so much better.
If I have release and pressure there, I'm going to try and see.
Yeah.
And it's not, and it's going to be very, and I'm not a lot of free movement. You want to keep the spacing very, very short. Because if you too much space, I noticed that you had a little bit of a gap in space when you were adjusting that arm.
Show you a detail on this, and I'm going to kind of rip through some of the ideas we had, and I want people to work and see what they find.
Open that right up. Yeah.
All right. So, some of the things to this, okay, to make it a little bit more clear. When I have Bobby's arm across here and I have it pinned, if I just sprawl backwards, that's what allows this to come out, okay? I almost have to drive into his face and then sprawl down. So really, instead of being here kind of sprawling backwards, it's almost like I'm here, I lean on it, and then I kind of just, almost like I'm up my weight. See? Without even that, it does not like that, okay? So it's really important that I kind of keep my hip bone on his tricep and I keep it pinned. So again, when I say sprawl for this, it's not our normal sprawl and slide. It's just more of I'm kind of sprawling my weight down in one direction. Just like there's a difference between being here in side control and I sprawl, okay? There's that sprawl, he gets away. Then I do a sprawl here. Okay? There's a big difference in my sprawl. So I'm kind of sprawling, kind of oozing flat as opposed to sprawling backwards, like I'm trying to get my legs away, right? So it's a little bit different of a sprawl. So let me go into what we ripped through some today, and we'll spend the next like 10 minutes doing that, stuff that you've come up with and found, share with it, right? Because this is part of it. This isn't one that I've normally done before. It's something new, so we're figuring it out, okay? So here's what we came up with, all right? We go back to the same position. Now, I'll share what Stallions was just saying. He was finding that instead of trying to put this hand in first, he was actually rocking up, coming down here, then when he rocks back, it's a little bit easier. See how he arched? A little bit easier to get his hand in there. So Stallions found doing it backwards was better for him, okay? So now I come up and I get the same control, okay? Now here's where I can move my arms, right? So maybe I try the little sprawl here, the melt, it doesn't work. I come back, okay? What I'm gonna do is this hand that's here, I'm gonna rotate it up towards my leg, just like that. And I grab the inside of my leg right here, okay? I'm gonna turn, so see how my ear's on the ribs on this side? I turn to the other side, come back here, get a grip, and sprawl. And we have our inverted head arm triangle, okay? So, Marcelo did this with his arms all the way through. He's kind of holding his biceps, setting up more like a Darce type, okay? So again, what I want is, everybody come around this side. So you can kind of see how I'm getting this set up on this side, right? So we're here. Let's go the Stallions route. I roll him up, come down here. When I sprawl, boom, I can tuck this, and I get my hands together. I raise and I pin. Okay? As we're here, I'm creating pressure. I can kind of lean into them like this. So I almost start going north-south. The top hand, I'm going to work it through, and I grab the inside of my leg here. Head-arm triangle's ready to go. I turn my body to this side. See how I keep the knee in? Right? Here. When I'm ready, I can come in gable grip, or I can come in like a Darce grip. But I'm here, get this tight, squeeze, and then I'm going to sprawl and squeeze. That's it right there, okay? So I'm really keeping this head-arm triangle. It's locked in. And with your arm underneath the shoulder, even if this arm goes straight, it's nasty, it's there. So really all I'm doing is keeping clocking around. I started at like the 9 o'clock, went to 10 to set it up, and now I'm basically going up to like the, between 11 and 12, and then sprawling out. Okay. So one more time. Play around and see if this is easier for the hand. So thank you, Stallion. We're here. I pull him up, I drop down. Then when I rock him, see how he wants to bridge? I come here. Get my hands, I lift him up. I get to here. When I'm ready, see how I can drive onto him? Here comes my hand. Right there. Turn to the other side. Head right by his ribs. Get my hands together, S grip, whatever. Squeeze and sprawl. There. Good. Nice inverted head arm triangle. So it's not completely, if you watch it, like I said, Marcelo just used his body and clocked around. We aren't that good yet. We kept losing the arm. So we got to find a way to dip and do it. So that's practice. Other things we learned. Turn back this way. This is one Steven came up with that sets up for some even nastier stuff. So we're here. I pull up, we get here, boom, I come underneath, and I trap him. So then we thought, well, what if I turn and sit this way? Step over the head, arm bar right here. Okay? I can drag it. I can be mean and really step. I can sit here, arm bar. If I want to be really mean, I can set and do a triangle from there. A lot of mean stuff. But if you keep clocking around, step over the head, play around, see what you can find. We found some nasty. Rodney was finding spinning arm bars, different things from here. But get to that position that you're going to set up for that choke. See what you can find. Okay? Everybody see it again? You need to see it? Nobody?
Let's get a wrist lock in there.
The wrist lock? Okay. We're here. Lift him up. Come around, boom. I get him connected. And I'm here. I'm going to bring this one under here. Okay? And as he's worried about stuff, I'm going to come over here. If I'm holding my pancake and he wants to do that, cool. Guess what? I'll come back. And come right over this. So there's always a way. Wrist lock, always there. Right? Okay? So play around with it now. Go to that north-south, that head-arm triangle, inverted head-arm triangle. See what else you can find. All right? We'll play for about, maybe 8 minutes or so. And if somebody finds something good, we'll take that few 5 minutes to say, let's show it off. Okay? Because again, this wasn't one that was planned. Rodney just came in, we watched the video and said, all right, let's pick it apart. Let's see what we can figure out. Right? How can we make it just like with us, long arms, short arms, whatever. How can we find something that we can't do what Marcelo does right now, but what can we do? So play around with it. Find that pressure, find the chokes, find the moves, find the arm bars, find different stuff. Everybody good for it? Sure. All right, take a few times, play. Even if you only just do what I showed you, do those. If you see something, try it out. That's the fun of this, is going like, okay, ooh, I think I see something. I think I see the triangle. I think I see something else. I see something. See what it is. And if it works, it works. If not, go, it's a good idea, but we're missing something. Just like we're doing the Marcelo. It's a great idea. It's a great position, but we were missing something. So we try to find what we're missing. So that's the work. That's the gameplay. That's how we help each other. All right, go play around with it. 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
I was looking over for you.
Okay,
I said,
here we
Fred's
go.
got another
Everyone's going to pair up. It's going to be real fun. They're going to do their flow rolling with their partner. So I'm going to set you guys up, let you guys... Actually, here, let's walk around. Let's really show what some of them are doing, and then I'll set you guys up. Easier that way. Hey, user. Hey, Block. Thanks for joining. Hey, James. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Ashley. Thanks for joining. Hey, Danny. Thanks for stopping in.
So then bring your ears and your ribs. Ear right here. There. Now, come back into the gable grip or an S grip, whatever grip you can. Squeeze and
Yes. Yeah, boy.
Yeah!
Zoom in on that. I was holding on. I was hang on to it. Like, I need a second. Pass out though.
That was great. Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Yep, now drop his ear. Oh, very good. I need you now to get your this ear, ribs on the other side. Get your hands together any grip you want. Yes, yep, off to the side. Okay, now what I want you to do, squeeze and then
That's one of those. I can feel that maybe y'all are working. It's like, okay,
here we go. Bam.
fun. It was
All right, let's do a round. Hey, Danny, thanks for joining. Hey, Ashley, thanks for joining. Oh, Larry, good to see you again. Sam, thanks for coming in. Teresa, hey. Hey, Keller, thanks for joining. Oh, you guys are... Cynthia, good to see you again. Maya, thanks for joining. Okay, I'm gonna set you guys up over here. I'm gonna let you guys just see what's going on the rest of the night at One Tribe. They'll go for about another 2 minutes and then it'll be open mat until about 9-10 o'clock. So we'll just leave you guys here and let you guys see what happens at One Tribe on a Tuesday night.
all the counters that you normally are bridging, you're turning into your opponent. The jiu-jitsu things you ought to be doing. Well, maybe that's
Hey, put your hands down. Put your hand down. Put your hand down.
I can't even let you get to them.
I feel like that.
You put your arm right on his ribs.
See, you got his shoulders.
Broken.
That's right, Madison, Alabama. We're right across from Insanity Skate Park, directly kitty corner from the fire station, actually. We're on the same side of the road as Ace. You can't miss us at night. Our lights are bright and fun.
Out of here, I'm trying to get on the phone. Well, I said I'm going to get on the phone here to pack this head up.
Yeah, this is going to be there. This is what's next.
As we get to our next, I'm going to show you on Diego how he set up the R script.
Don't get there. But, you know, it's gonna, if you get locked in the cycle, it's gonna be tough to stop it. Especially with me, because I got good in the cycle. Change my game. I don't know.
And that damn deceptive, I'm bringing you up, put aside and turn into me.
Right here.
Got me out there. Going back, bridge up. Bridge up. Coming in, and I've been grabbing like that.
You can even do it bare knuckle.
Bringing it over to the
You can even do it. Oh, I did Bobby. You can even do it without the lapel.
Just keep it nice and tight.
Yeah, it's a better grip.
Right.
So you can all.
Alright, everybody come back, circle up.
Exactly, right.
I'm going to show you real quick how he switched his grip up, and then Bobby came up with something nasty. He and Mike, and if anybody else came up with something again, this is our place to play. We spent a lot of time figuring out the setup for this, and then we just kind of play. There is no one right answer that once we get here. The main thing is we get the position first, right? Position before submission. We get the position, we get the control. Then we can start going where we're going for, okay? So I need somebody, I get my stumpy arm all the way across. Guess what, Diego? That's you. So come on out here. So this is how, if you watch Marcelo, he set this up, okay? Once he got here, oh my bad, he punched in the face. Everybody come around this side, or actually right around here. So he ended up, again, he got his arm all the way through like this. When you rolled him up, he collapsed like here, like this. So what he did was, as he went north-south, he shot this arm down like a lock here, and that's how he kind of finished it. It's a way of how he slid and still had that bicep lock. Again, we were kind of like, what happens to this arm? We were getting tied up. We could see it, but it was almost one of those, again, like you watch it, it was really good. You're like, there's some magic trick there, and it's going to take a lot of watching to kind of see how he did that north-south. But he would get that arm all the way across, and he would lock it in. And it's crazy, right? Because even when you're watching it, even Rodney said he watched it, and the guy tapped, and Rodney goes, oh, what did he have? He's just holding him. But because of the pressure he put on him, that was the end of it, right? He got the choke. And it was just, it's nasty. So I definitely recommend checking it out, okay? I'll see if I can find it and post it to the group. All right, so real quick, I just want to make sure I just get mine across on somebody. Bobby, do you want to show your meanness? Look at Mike's like, fine. So check this out. This is some pure hatred right here.
Yep, yeah, this is the way. This is the way.
This is the way. So everybody kind of watch from this area right over here.
All right. So he gets that here. I'm actually going to take this hand out and pull the lapel out. And make a fist. You got them floater ribs right here. Just drop right into it.
You can also do this one with Ellie's working out. If you wanted to do a no-gi approach to that, just point it up, or just grip the fist and put it right into that. Put it right into that.
Chris was doing that to my neck.
There you go. See, a lot of options. Punch, choke, there's a lot of stuff. Okay, anybody else come up with anything? Mike, you said you had
Oh
something?
yeah, do that knee.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Knee bar?
No, not a knee.
No knee ball.
Is that normal? Because I have T-Rex arms that can come way up here. Then I ride them up real high. I pull them up on my knee. I get down. And then slowly.
Oh.
Through the temple.
Can I see that one more time? I was supposed to say that one more time.
All right, come on, jump in.
You're not even in a class. You're a peanut gallery.
I think I'm not in.
The rib.
Come on, man. Be a sport. Be a sport.
Oh, you're falling.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
So again, our idea is even if you aren't getting the subs at the end, we aren't seeing it. Think about this as a control position, as a good opportunity to just collapse on somebody, add a different angle of pressure, and then it opens up more things, right? But really, we got to have that control. So again, that's the one thing we looked at was, you know, Bobby's down. Even if I'm like, I'm not really sure I can do the sprawl and the shoulder lock. I'm not sure I can do the head arm triangle. If you're rolling with somebody and we're here, and you know, I get up and I collapse, and then I come and I work my way under, boom, you know, I'm bringing them up, and I get my hands together. Even from here, I have so much control, right? How you feeling? Great. So again, even from here, you know, Diego talking about trying to get his leg up. From here, what's Bobby really going to do to get out of here?
Yeah.
Let's watch. You ready?
Oh!
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes. There you go. He wants to try to get the legs up. That's all you got to do, Maggie.
Oh.
Yeah. Dig that chin and those ribs. And then see, look, I can keep going up here. I can keep changing my angle. You know, I can come back and work here. I can come and do Bobby. Yes, he doesn't want that. Watch, I can come in here, get this, pass it off to the hand up underneath. Right? Boom. Good. See? Start making a little bit of play. See where I want to go.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot of stuff in that control position. But we even got there and did rounds of you set it up, and in 1 minute you try to get out. The other person just hold. It was hard getting out of there. Because everything was trying to go north-south. I'm just going from about that 9 o'clock up to about 10. That's it. And that little bit of difference keeps me away from his legs, keeps me away from his hips, allows me to put a lot of pressure on his shoulders and his face. This is hard in this game. Okay. So think about that when we're doing stuff. Any good questions? Anybody got anything else? All right. Let's roll on into open mat. Remember, Alex and Bobby are competing this weekend. So as you're doing rounds with them, look for you to push them. Okay, we're not going to get a sharp thing out. We're going to get some rounds. But if you roll with either one of them, go after them. Don't put up with their crap. All right? Okay, look. Sick 'em. All right? Crush them. Work them. Everybody else good? Sir. All right. So hit open mat, drill, train. Keep this position. Play around with this position. Get your buddy in it and just say, get out. See what you can find. Come up with something new. Come up with a sub that we didn't. All right? It's going to make the school, everybody better. All right, good job, everybody.
All right. Good class. We'll go ahead and we'll end class right there. They're going to do